Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back through daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Xinfin Network, aka XDC. And with that being said, I am recording this ahead of time, so prices are subject to change. It is currently about almost 4 a.m. when I am recording this, and when this does go up, it's probably going to be roughly around like the 1 p.m. Time frame. So I do apologize if the prices are drastically different than what I am going to be addressing in this video. I'm not going to try to, focus on price too much. I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about XDC. So we have been ranging within the 3 to 4 centile zone. Again, I've told you guys to prepare for about roughly like 2 to 4 cents. Or not 2 to 4 cents, 2 to 3 cents exact. So we are basically waiting for that to actually happen for XDC. But I do think that this is going to be one of those, opportunities of a lifetime in terms of, where XDC does kind of settle at once we do see Bitcoin fully, officially bottom out. I'm still expecting Bitcoin to have a nice little impulse down to about like roughly 24K, which is like about almost $5,000 from here. It would push the market in terms of altcoins down significantly, as Bitcoin dominance is at around like 46%. But I outlined this in my video from yesterday, really kind of addressing where we currently are in terms of this current market. But I do want to talk to you guys about a few things happening around the Xinfin ecosystem. First and foremost, news. So we do see here this week in XDC. So we actually had a pretty significant week happen within the Xinfin ecosystem. So first off, we did see the ITFA white paper highlights trade finance. TradeTech CEO Christoph Gugelman speaks with TXF Media regarding the latest ITFA white paper and document or comments on the limited access to the multi-trillion-dollar trade finance asset class. Then we also did see XDPOS 2.0 is right over the horizon. XDC Foundation publishes a Medium post on the XDPOS 2.0 upgrade coming to the XDC network with a timeline of events that will take place for the most intricate upgrade since XDC network's inception. And then also we did see Happy Birthday XDC Network, and then also a timeline of what awaits. And we did see the new roadmap officially released. Now, please, guys, shield your eyes because I know that the yellow is very hideous that they did choose, but it is what it is. This is our official roadmap. So first off, we do see Q1 and Q2. You guys can see exactly what they are trying to build here. Origin V 1.0 no-code smart contract tokenization platform launched. Feature-rich block explorer and analytics platform launched. Network stats V 1.0 launched. SDKs released. Rust, Dart, PHP, community-centric XDC Foundation website launched with xdc.org. New major collaborative interoperability integration coming late Q2. XDC Network pushed into sports and entertainment with DC United Sports sponsorship. And of course, you guys can see the rest here. But then we do see Q3. Now, Q3 is where things actually do get pretty interesting. So first off, XDC Pay website, iOS and Android launch. That's going to be significant. ISO 222 messaging platform developed by Impel. XDC Network operates with net zero carbon footprint. XDC Network serves and supports major United States universities, observatory upgrades and further development. Partner with world-class web development firm for XDC.org. Cultivating strategic partnerships and collaborations with other key top 100 blockchain projects, focusing on interoperability and bridges. XDC Networks representing at ITFA Porto. Layer 2 ecosystem growth continues with sustainable projects. And then, of course, we do see Q4 as well. Short form video NFT marketplace launch on XDC Network. New XDC Foundation website launch. Transparency source stablecoin launch on XDC Network. Upgraded development toolchain, XDC Remix and XDC Smart Contract Manager. Web3 governance DApp estimated launch. XDC Pay support and upgrades. And then XDC's membership to DNI initiative and support of MLETR instruments positions XDC as channel for corporate to bank payments and trade finance flows. You guys understand exactly what they are saying here. So this is going to solidify XDC's position as a settlement token within, the trade finance area and also bank payments in general. This is going to be huge. Focus on MLETR, by the way. We're going to be talking about that here shortly because that is a huge area for us. But as you guys do see, pretty significant, roadmap going forward. I think that when we talk about XDC, Obviously, this is one of those assets similar to XRP and XLM, etc., that I told you guys to continue to follow because they are building out a fairly strong project here, and I'm very excited for it. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about MLETR, but first, I want to talk to you guys about introduction of e-documents, promises to digitize global trade. The UK's electronic trade documents bill will make it possible for international trade to use e-documents. This is significant. This happened May 27th. Now, when we talk about digitization of trade documents, we know the few players around this, specifically like ICC, International Chamber of Commerce. These are some pretty big names, but we do see down here what the G7 greenlit is backing the model law on electronic transferable records, MLETR, which was adopted by the United Nations Commission, on International Trade Law in July of 2017, but slow to take off. As of the end of 2021, just 7 jurisdictions were on board. This is going to, start to streamline and change drastically. I do believe that, by the end of this year alone, MLETR is going to be adopted globally by some major names. We do see here the MLETR is agnostic as to technology, can include information from any industry standard, which often means more information than a paper document, treats e-documents as equivalent to transferable documents or instruments, and is recognizable or recognized across borders. When the G7 ministers described their decision in a statement, they said paper-based transactions, which still dominate international trade, are a source of cost, delay, inefficiency, fraud, error, and environmental impact. This is why I focus on ICC. This is why I also focus on MLETR adoption. And of course, we talk about trade finance in terms of massive disruption from Xinfin. We do see down here, again, the cost and potential for mistakes associated with that are one of the main reasons for the $3.5 billion trade gap, the trade finance that isn't available to SMEs, both in the UK and in emerging markets, because they can't afford to use the existing system. And this is significant because we do see up here, the biggest freight ships can carry 24,000 containers, each of which requires its own paper documentation that has to be, carried through many hands, through many hands. UNCTAD says that around 750 million containers were moved at ports worldwide in 2017. So just think about the amount of, paper documents that came with that. It is significant. And you guys could read more about this if you want. I don't want to take too much of your time on just one document alone, but you guys could definitely see exactly where we are headed in terms of this area and why we are headed there. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about a little bit more of digitization. So we do see here the digitization of customs and borders across Africa is impressive, but it won't deliver a transformation of trade unless delivered in conjunction with the removal of legal barriers to digitizing commercial trade documents, MLETR. ICC, of course, as well is labeled here. Shout out to Chris Southworth here, who is the Secretary General at ICC. WBO UK, representing 45 million companies in 100 countries. Now, this is, of course, the transformative year for, a lot of things in terms of digitization, but I do think that trade documents and things like that are the area to really kind of look at. But we also do see the digital, transformation of customs and borders in Africa could improve efficiencies and processes such as administration at customs and borders and yield trade gains on the continent of $20 billion a year. A new report by the World Economic Forum, Growing Intra-Africa Trade Through Digital Transformation of Customs and Borders, launched today at the annual meeting 2022 in Davos, provides a pragmatic perspective on the non-tariff barriers in border and customs services that can be exponentially improved through digital transformation to increase intra-Africa trade. When we talk about things like this, I really want you guys to understand that trade is the area to focus on here, but there's so much money that's going to be disrupted by digital transformations, not only in terms of payments and things like that, but also just like these significant small use cases that a lot of people kind of overlook. We do see here, the AFCFTA implementation, which started in January 2021, has the potential to increase intra-African trade from its current 18% of total trade to 50% by 2030. So again, this is going to really kind of streamline this entire process, and it's something pretty significant. The digital transformation is here. Now, talking about MLETR, I really want to, address this from, a few perspectives. So shout out to Utility Theory for this. But correction, MLETR is not a standard. It's a framework for governments to adopt to validate electronic transfer records in English law for their global trade jurisdiction. This will allow interoperability of, digital documents within the supply chain / trade finance industry. And of course, like I said, we focus on Xinfin here because this is all focused on, again, trade finance. And of course, those names that always continue to come up are like ICC, ITFA, and even the DNI. Now, all of those names together are really kind of working together to see digitization actually happen within the trade document area. And I'm very excited for this, and I do believe that this is all going to happen within the TradeFinix platform, which we're going to be addressing here shortly as well. Now, shout out to CryptoNerd, XDC, the MLETR approach to reliability, any application or any applicable industry standard. We do see here, any operational rules relevant to the assessment of reliability, the assurance of data integrity, the ability to prevent unauthorized access to and use of the system, the security of hardware and software, the regulatory or the regularity and extent of audit by an independent body, the existence of a declaration by a supervisory body, an accreditation body, or a voluntary scheme regarding the reliability of the method and any applicable industry standard. This is significant. This is going to bleed into everything almost, if you think about it, in terms of anything that could be digitized within data and document-wise is going to be pretty, significantly adopted in and disrupted by MLETR. I'm very focused on this area. I think it's something pretty significant. And again, when we talk about things happening around this, we do see over here MLETR by law to exchange original documents through any digital channel, including SWIFT. Thanks to ICC support and leadership, MLETR will soon be adopted by a growing number of countries, including inside the G7. Shout out to CryptoNerd for this as well. And we do see over here, once MLETR widely adopted, trade finance will run more digital, avoid millions of documents and tons of paper for the benefit not limited to the trade finance industry, but basically any, area that is utilizing massive documents. We do see over here, MLETR bestows the capacity by law to exchange original documents through the any digital channel, including SWIFT. Followed by yet another quote here. Thanks to ICC support and leadership, MLETR will soon be adopted by a growing number of countries, including inside the G7. You guys can see it here. It is absolutely insane when you think about it. The adoption happening within the Xinfin ecosystem, you guys are not going to want to miss this. Definitely keep paying attention to what Xinfin is doing. Now, last but not least, I just want to really quickly rehash exactly what's happening with TradeFinix. So here's their rollout plan. So first off, we do see down here, this will be followed by participating in the white paper release with the World Trade Organization, International Chamber of Commerce. There's the ICC and the WTO, Trade Finance Global, where TradeFinix is being featured as a network of networks for trade finance as well. It's pretty significant. And we do see over here, launch of the new website, December 20th. Here's the new year, by the way. So they've already kind of captured what TradeFinix platform as an aggregator of trade finance assets will be. We're basically here now. So first off, you guys do see, we are still waiting to integrate with Voltron, R3 Corda, and Comgo, Hyperledger Basu. Both these platforms have a good origination network with a consortium and banks. TradeFinix aims to connect them using the middleware built on XDC protocol to aggregate data from various origination platforms for secondary market trades. There's 45 banks here, by the way, so pretty significant. But we do see down here, using XDC, this is the last step, by the way, using XDC as a utility or settlement on TradeFinix. We have started to position XDC as a gateway for trade finance assets to the existing funds, HNIs, non-bank, funders. This volume will pick up gradually. We are looking to list as many fiat, channels as possible on the XDC fiat gateway. This is huge. Pay attention to TradeFinix. I know it's built by and powered by the XDC protocol, but they're doing some pretty significant things within the trade finance area. And also, just so that you guys know, they have a ton of use cases within this area, and I really want you guys to understand their platforms that they're basically focused on and the partnerships that they do have. Because R3 Corda is one of the main ones here. Abu Dhabi, Global Market is another one. And of course, you guys could see the other ones here. I know it's a little hard to kind of scroll onto this because sometimes it's like weird. But there's some pretty significant names here. And I want you guys to understand that this is all through, the digitization and disruption of trade finance alike. I'm very, very excited for this. I love doing, deep dives in on some of these tokens like XDC and even XRP, because what you truly find is remarkable and it's absolutely mind-blowing. So I'm definitely focused on XDC. I think everybody should definitely be paying attention because this is huge, and you're definitely not going to want to miss this because it's happening. It's being built. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all, have a beautiful day or beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.